Thank you for welcoming me onto your headphones and onto your screens. I'm Eddie, and this is the Rollback. Folks, today I'll be covering... I'm not going to be around the bush. My favorite James Bond movie, Skyfall. The best James Bond movie ever made, you heard me. First, and thus far, the only Bond film so far to break $1 billion. Heavy with actors, heavy with story beats, heavy with acting in general. It's a great movie. This movie is, honest to God, incredible. While it does have some elements that are formulaic to the James Bond movie, it also deviates so much and goes into his personal life. It gives us the best look at the man, the legend, thus far. Just gone are the days of James Bond being just a bulletproof soldiering forward, not caring about his actions. Hell, he even has parents in this one. Like, it's great. So, real quick, just to get into the casting real quick. Daniel Craig, obviously, our James Bond 007. I've spoken about him at length already. Also, Judy Dench in her last performance as M after 17 years as the role. She's the head of MI6, Bond Superior. Also, somewhat of a, I guess you could say, a mother figure to some degree to him. Just one of the few consistent women in his life, if the only. And finally, Javier Bardem playing Rose Silva, a.k.a. the bad guy. A great fucking villain. You heard me. Okay, folks, so forgive me. This summary is a little longer than usual, but I promise you the story's worth it. If you haven't seen this movie yet, I don't know how, but the story's worth it. So, get this. It's... First and foremost, MI6 is under attack. This time by one of its own. A former agent who was betrayed, I'm going to use fucking quotation marks there, betrayed by M, and now he wants revenge. On the other side of the coin, we have Bond, who opens the movie. He gets shot on top of a train and falls to his not death. His vacation is well earned. The former MI6 agent who wants revenge gets his hands on the hard drive to get to the information. Now, on that hard drive are the identities and the real names of all MI6 agents currently out in the field. Bond returns, but he isn't really himself. He's injured, he's slower, he's not as strong. His aim is off when he shoots, obviously because of the bullet in his chest, but you get what I'm saying. He's not the 00 that... He's 00 that shouldn't be in the field. But M still lets him loose because she knows he's the best that she's got. Silva, the agent trying to make M's life a living hell, he like I say, he's a former agent. He respects Bond. He understands we are two of a kind. You know. Turns out this is all part of a plan. Bond actually catches him, but it's all part of the plan. In the end, James has to get M out and takes her to his old family home. And there they pull a Home Alone, if you believe it, a Home Alone style with the house covered in booby traps. The film ends with M and James facing off with Silva. M walked into dealing with Silva injured. She's bleeding out. She's dying. Bond manages to kill Silva. But he holds M in his arms as she passes away. Arguably the second mother figure in his life. Just, again, a strong emotional moment. Again, this is a series, saying goodbye to Judy Dench, who's, up until this point, was probably the most consistent character. Wait, the first Bond came out in 2006, 15 years. Judy Dench was the most consistent character. She was around for 17 years. Daniel Craig's only been around for 15. Come on, man. Do one more. I know you're not, but I really wish you would. So that said, I want to go into the pros, and there's a lot of them. I think the biggest pro is the fact that we get such a personal look at Bond. He's older, he's broken, he's tired. He also has a childhood home. Like, I don't think any of the other ones talked about their childhoods, but he does. And he's an orphan. Like, they go into his backstory. They go into what made him the man that he is. Judy Dench gets one last outing as M, and it's great. She's genuinely intrinsic to the film. She has a major part to play. The story isn't complicated, and that works. The action scenes are amazing. This is tensely personal, somehow also funny at times. It's just a great fucking movie up until that point. The villain, also Rose Silva, is incredibly formidable. Honestly, maybe it's kind of the same thing with superhero movies. A hero's only as good as the villain he faces, and fuck, Silva's a great villain with great motivation, great intention. I mean, just I can't downplay Silva. You know, he's just a great all-time Bond villain. His death could have maybe been more exciting. He just gets stabbed in the back by Bond, like he throws a knife and gets him. But I mean, I'll take it, man. Silva, he's the best kind of crazy. He's the best kind of bad guy that you want to see. Also, to quote the kids, the Adele song Skyfall still slaps. I think I'm using that phrase correctly. If I'm not, I'm sorry. The cons? Fuck if I know. Like, I have no idea how any part of this movie could have been improved. Like, I typically have notes on what they could have done better, but, like, I really don't have anything. Like, this movie is just fucking good all the way around. A plus, motherfuckers. Like, it just is. The grade is an A plus. Watch it again, watch it soon if you haven't seen it already. The best Bond movie by far. And bear in mind, as of right now, I've seen 24 of the 25 movies that are currently out, and trust me when I say this is the best of them all. I haven't seen No Time to Die yet, so we'll see about that, but as of right now, amazing movie. Enjoy, go watch it. But we're going to cut it right there. And that was the rollback. I was Eddie. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do so. We're trying to grow the channel. Also, down below, there's a link for our podcast. Please go listen to it. It's always great. Mostly, especially if I'm there, though. That said, I was Eddie. This is the rollback. See you, everybody.